her age sounded that bad, she should go to the doctors. Me on the other hand, I started feeling better. Just 3 days after I was really, really sick, started feeling a little better. But, then it lingers on, and I was, still coughing up phlegm and whatnot. You can start feeling better, and then it just never goes away. It lingers on and on and on. So, apparently there's a woman out there in cyberspace somewhere who is 100% infatuated with me, lusting after me, whatnot. I read all her comments. I approve them, but as I repeatedly stated out here, I'm not into women, so why do you approve her comments if you're not into women? Well, because I like the flat. No. Anybody who's not saying nice things about me and not negative things, It's okay in my book. This woman is, and I know this because I have to prove them all, and they show up in my thing, 100 comments or something, and a lot of them go into spam, but I approve them. They're not, Here's something really weird. A woman I blocked, tell me that she doesn't sound sick, doesn't sound horrible. A woman I blocked when I was living with Bobby, and I blocked this woman, Autumn, because she posted derogatory things about me, okay? She slipped through the cracks. I don't know how. A comment from her showed up. At least it wasn't horrible. It just said stop obsessing, but here's the deal. Here's the crux in the matter, the whatever you want to call it. It showed up. So, and it didn't even have to be approved. It showed up by itself, wasn't approved, okay? And I clicked on her name, and she's still blocked. Now, does she have some kind of secret powers that she can bypass somebody blocking? Who knows? I told you, weird things happen with YouTube sometimes, because I had a video that remained on private until a certain day that I decided to release it from private. And I'm watching it, and it wound up having 9 views when nobody had ever watched it. Not me, not anybody. Okay, because remember, I don't watch it when it shows the views. I've watched it, and I hadn't even watched it, but maybe I had glanced at it, but I watch it within my own thing, not how you guys see it on public. Okay, I watch it on the page where you can edit it. Had 9 views. It had 1 view like immediately, and then suddenly it had 9. It had never been off of private. How is this possible that it had 9 views? I don't know. How is it possible that Autumn posted a comment that I didn't have to approve, and then I went to her channel and she was still blocked by me? I don't know. Sometimes weird shit happens with YouTube is all I can say. She's still blocked, so for some reason she slipped through the cracks. Very strange. Yeah, I'm noticing. Oh, and that comic strip guy, I doubt it, he could have easily just accidentally, I don't know. I don't think he chose watermelon toothpaste on purpose. I really don't. Like you said, it's a popular flavor. I think you could just be too sensitive sometimes. I mean, it was a cute little satire, you know, a commentary on how these people, the Secret Service, are letting people on the grounds and even making it into the White House. I mean, that's insanity of itself. So that woman should have stepped down, resigned. You know, she was coming under fire for valid reasons. There's no reason that anybody from the outside should be able to just get into the White House like that. So, I mean, the comic strip was cute with the guy who got into the White House and he's in the bathtub, you know, with the president there and saying, "Have you tried this toothpaste?" He's, you know, I thought that was cute. But they're saying that it's racist because the comic chose watermelon as the toothpaste, and he's you can give him the benefit of the doubt, or like one woman said, "Oh, he did it on purpose. Now he can just apologize, and that's how he gets away with it." Yeah, whatever. I don't know. To me, there's just more to worry about than a stupid comic strip. I think the guy said he wishes he'd used a different toothpaste. So many people sick. You see it on the news all the time. Just yesterday, a 12-year-old girl, seemingly healthy. They said there's nothing wrong with her, and she dropped dead. On Netflix for my mom. We're gonna watch The Big Bang Theory and no fucking commercials. I was upset about the Pop-Tart commercial. Remember on the Family Channel? Now that stupid Annabelle commercial keeps coming on. That's upsetting me and my mother. It's upsetting both of us. We don't like those kind of movies. We don't watch those kind of movies. And the commercials are scary in and of themselves, you know. A couple weren't that bad, and then one last night was even worse. But I don't want to watch them, and I don't want to watch them over and over and over. You know? Even if you lower the sound, you're still seeing the commercial. Sometimes you don't lower the sound in time. I just don't. Rather just watch Big Bang Theory, Netflix, no commercials. Plus, if you have to get to the bathroom, why not you can pause it and just be nice. She couldn't. I plugged in her Nate. She couldn't get a trial. This was a different credit card before all this shit went down with Mary and whatnot. You know, before. Actually, that was even before she went in the hospital. You know, last February. I briefly had Netflix for her, so you can only get the free month trial when you've never had it before. Just fine. They should come today. I have to do laundry. Called that woman. She didn't call back. I gave her my mom's phone number. I might have called her on the wrong number. I don't have her number. And before, she had me having her cell phone number too. And then later, she said, "Don't call me on my cell phone." But all I had in my book was her name and that number. And I don't know which is which number is her cell, which is her home. I didn't have both in the same page. Mom's church friend. Yeah. You know, the one I was upset with a little bit because she was getting too much of my mom's business. Well, I think she's alright now. I think she's on the up and up. My mother says she's having nothing to do with Aunt, even though Auntie keeps trying to contact the woman via text or whatnot, so I don't know. But anyway, she warned us, because we're both sick, that you should wash the doorknobs, because when two people are sick in the house, you can pass it back and forth. Yeah, I know. And also when you let your guard down, like in the shelter, I'm like adamant about it. I really try to make sure I don't rub my eyes and I don't touch any doorknob, blah, blah, whatever. And then here, I'm around sickness, and because it's home, I'm not doing any of the things I should be doing, and I could get really sick again. At least I didn't wind up going to the emergency over my toe. I took that church friend of my mom's, I took her advice, and she said, she called up, and she looked at it, she said, no, it's not broken, and she was right. She just said, wrap the two toes together. I did that, and I rested, and it moved, and left the house, and it started feeling better, so I got to avoid sitting. I don't like going to hospitals anyway, you know, and I got to avoid just sitting there for hours. My toe's feeling fine now. That's good. Like I said, I missed my therapy appointment, and I really had tried to get to it, and I really felt bad, and I have a bad thing where I leave messages, but she's told me not to do that. So this time when I left, she's like, she talked to me, she's like, I didn't even listen to most of your messages. Just because you don't have a session, she said it nicely, but just because you don't have a session doesn't mean you can tell me everything you want in phone messages. I think she's told me not to leave them, but I don't do it all the time, you know, and she knows that. I did it because I'm in a state of panic, you know. Unless I wanted her to know about the thing with YouTube and whatnot. I don't even know if that's one of the messages she listened to. She may have. I don't know. Like I said, I don't even really hold much, you know, give much credence to therapy or whatnot. I don't even think it can help. I'm not saying it doesn't help some people. I'm just saying, even Joe was like, why do you even want to see therapy? Well, go to therapy. Well, I told you what to do. I know, you want me to meditate or do yoga. Pouring out. I don't have to go to the library and open all day long and all night. You know what I mean? I can, but I just don't want my mother talking to me. She irritates me on 2 levels. She's not talking about anything important, and she shouldn't be talking at all. She doesn't sound good. You're not supposed to talk when you have laryngitis, Mom. I'm not sick. You know, you are sick. You sound sick. You're coughing. Well, I feel alright. Whatever. I don't care if you feel alright. You're in denial. You sound horrible. You hear that? She sounds awful. I'm not sick. Yeah. Fine, Mom. You're not sick. Let me sell you a bridge and Timbuktu. be here, but I'm gonna be moving in with that woman. And my mom doesn't care. I'm not just sleeping here. She's like, you know, if they actually have the nerve to say something to her, tell them, oh, fine, I'll sell my house, go get a lawyer, I'll sell my house. And then by the time they get a lawyer or whatnot, I'll be gone, because I'm not living here, you know, visiting. And I stayed longer because I'm sick. I'm trying to get better. My mom didn't want me to go back to the shelter anyway, you know. At least I cleaned up her kitchen last night. The kitchen was horrible. And yeah, I did most of the work. She emptied the dishwasher. I cleaned the stove and the counters and loaded up the dishwasher and washed the dishes. And I did a lot more work. And that's fine. I couldn't stand it. It was making me ill. I mean, it was getting bad. From both of us, it was getting bad. We weren't cleaning. We were spilling stuff on the counters and letting it harden the stove. It was just awful. I cleaned it last night. She wasn't going to do it. I guarantee you that. I did it. But I wasn't going to do all the work, so I had her at least empty the dishwasher, something simple. I told you when I was living here, I used to clean and cook and everything. And just bite when Auntie is trying to, you know, to declare to the contrary. Since 2009, and even back then, I mean, it's all how you look at it, you know. I still deserve forgiveness considering the circumstances at the time, but I have not taken any kind of advantage to my mother, just the opposite since 2009. Nothing. Told you. In the end, that $1,700 was merely money that I had given to my mother in rent. And like she would scream to the rooftops, from the rooftops, whatever. And she has over $50,000 in the bank, and I'm helping out left and right here. I don't have to pay her rent as long as I don't cost her anything. I can stay here as her companion, as whatever. I'm her fucking child, okay? But like I said, even that $1,700 wasn't all the money that I'd given to her in the equivalent of rent. She was saving up thousands under her mattress, and she was using it, you know? She was using it to buy stuff instead of using her credit card. I mean, I didn't pay her a fortune, like I said. I paid the equivalent of about $400 a month. And in the end, even if I got half that back, I still paid her some rent, and I got it half back because, like she talks about even now all the time, how she wants to do this for me and that for me if she has money, blah, blah. I'm like, Mom, I don't want you to do any of that for me, you know? Just take care of Omar. He's low maintenance anyway. He doesn't cost you that much. No. Little dogs cost a lot less to maintain, you know, take care of them. Big dogs do, simply by the fact that little dogs don't eat that much. We feed Omar Blue, you know, really good dog food, but even if a bag costs $50 or $60 or whatnot of Omar's food, Angel's is like for allergies, you know, so it's even more expensive, but still, it takes them so long to eat it that it really is negligible what it costs, you know. But yeah, my mother and I are both noticing what's going on. My mom's saying, Oh my God, Lord, this world is